Oak Ridge Church family, this is Pastor Nick at the church, and just wanted to take a few moments today to share with you about the changes in the way that we're able to operate here at the church during these unprecedented times in our nation's history. You know, we realize that during this time we can obviously not join together for worship here in the sanctuary as we're accustomed to. But one bright spot in this difficult time is the fact that we can still share our worship services and our Bible studies via our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And so what that means is that you and your family can gather around a tablet or a laptop or on some other device at our regular service times and take part in our worship services and our Bible studies. That means on Sunday mornings at 10:30 a.m., Sunday evenings at 6 p.m., and Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m., you'll be able to tune in to either our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to be a part of our worship services and our Bible studies. One of the things that you'll notice is that on Sunday mornings during our worship service, we'll hold to much of the same order of service you're accustomed to here in the worship services at the church. What that means is we'll have times of prayer, we'll have times of worship through music, but we'll also have biblical preaching, and we'll even have a time of a children's sermon just for the kids to be a part of the service. And so we want you to gather your family together and worship with us on Sunday mornings, Sunday evenings, and Wednesday evenings. Now, we realize that there are some real challenges to the way we're able to operate as individuals and families and even as a church during this time, but there is a simple and easy way for us to still be the light in the darkness that we need to be as Christians and as a church. One simple way is to share our messages and our Bible studies and our worship services either via your Facebook page or in using other technology that you have available to you. What that means is that if you use Facebook, then just hit the share button and share our worship services and our Bible studies so that people who are looking for Jesus, people who are looking for hope, people who are needing answers can find those during these difficult days simply by looking at your Facebook page. Now, if you don't use Facebook, then what you can do is text the link to our YouTube channel to a friend or a family member, or you can email it to them or tell them to go to YouTube and search for Oak Ridge Baptist Church of Connolly Springs, and they'll be able to see the videos of our worship services and our Bible studies there. And so we want to encourage you to take advantage of these simple ways of making Jesus known to the world in a very easy way. You know, during this time, we do have to distance ourselves physically from others to keep ourselves healthy and safe. But just because we have to distance ourselves physically does not mean we have to distance ourselves spiritually from others. So still be the church. Still do all that you can to share Jesus with others and use these simple ways to do that. You know, we are encouraging our folks during this change in operation to consider giving to the church and doing their worship of giving through our online giving portal. Now you can find that on our website homepage at oakridgebaptistchurch.net. And in the top right hand corner you'll see a green tab with white letters that says giving. When you click on that, you'll be taken to a web page where you'll be able to build an account and go in, and you'll be able to give in a way that best suits your desire to give. If you want to give one time, give one time. If you want to set up repeated transactions where money will be drafted from your checking account, your debit or credit card, or giving you the opportunity to text to give, then you can set those up to give once a week, every 2 weeks, or even once a month. And so we want to encourage you to give in that way if that's something that you feel comfortable doing. But some people don't feel comfortable giving online, or it's just not something that they normally would do. And so we want to encourage our folks to listen to the entire phone tree messages that are coming out this week, because there's a lot of information coming out. And in addition to that, there's information about other options that you have to be able to give. And so we want to encourage our folks to listen to those messages and to do all you can to be a part of what's going on here at the church. And giving through our worship is another way that we're able to do that. And so I'd encourage you to find whatever way best suits you and your finances to do that. You know, on our homepage, on our website at oakridgebaptistchurch.net, in the top right-hand corner, you'll find an icon that links to our YouTube channel. You'll find a link for our Facebook page, and you'll also find that tab for our online giving. And so I would encourage you to utilize those links and our homepage during this time. You know, one thing that does change for us during this time in the way that we operate is that we've unfortunately had to cancel all of our activities and all of our meetings here at the church. What that means is the Family Life Center will not be able to be used for the foreseeable future. We'll let you know when we can use it again, but that also means that the buildings here on the church campus are not going to be used for meetings and for worship services and Bible studies and things like that. And so just want to let you know that that change, and let you know that we'll inform you as to when we're able to utilize our buildings again in the future. One thing that is a bright spot during this challenging time as well is the fact that our Shekinah Food Ministry and our Compassionate Hearts Clinic are both still operating as close as they can to a normal way. What that means is that if you're a volunteer who normally helps with Shekinah or Compassionate Hearts, you can still volunteer, and our ministry leaders are doing a great job of doing all they can to keep our volunteers healthy and safe. And so you'll be able to still volunteer and participate. And so I'd encourage you to speak with your ministry leaders about how you can still serve. Now, if you're one of those individuals who receives help or receives some care from either Compassionate Hearts or from Shekinah, then I would encourage you to continue to operate in a normal way to receive those benefits that are coming from those ministries that help in our community. And so those ministry leaders are also doing a lot of things to protect the health and well-being, not only of our volunteers, but also those that are recipients of care from those ministries. So I would encourage you to continue to utilize those ministries as a way of receiving care from our church. You know, I'll close with this today. I want to encourage you that during these difficult days, church, I encourage you to be the church. What that means is, you know, we cannot gather together as a church as we normally would, but the building is not the church. You as a follower of Christ, you as a part of the body of Christ, you are the church. And so my encouragement to you is to be that light in the darkness that God has designed us to be. When people are hopeless, we need to have that hope of Christ and share it with them. When people are hurting, we need to be the ones who can bring the care and the love that people need. And that means us being the church. That may mean sharing our messages and our services online. It may mean that you are speaking to someone that you know over the phone or at the grocery store or somewhere like that, where you're able to still share Jesus with them, even though there are challenging times and we're not able to meet as a church family. And so what I would encourage you, church, to do is to be the church. Be the church when you're at home. Be the church if you're able to go to work. Be the church wherever you're at, so that we can still share the light of Christ with this dark world and with so many people who are searching for answers and searching for Jesus right now. So church, we'll see you soon, and hopefully we'll be able to gather together for worship again before we know it.